Okay, so this video should be a pretty big update. Obviously this is part one, just where I'm starting. The general gist is I'm going to be getting a load of stuff done, a lot of sanding to be honest, a lot of flatting, ideally to sort of 240 grit level on a lot of it. So the plan is to get the splitter mounted so it's in the right place, all the bolts done, everything else under there. That's obviously got to have a lot of work done around here in these corners to get it looking basically how it's going to look when it's finally done, basically is the general idea. I'm going to be doing a lot with this bonnet. So I've got some filler passes to do here so all the lines match up, because obviously it's slightly out in various places. I'm going to do a good filler skim here, sand it back first, 40 grit, sand it back there, all on there. This will all be done hopefully to about probably 240 grit by the end of this video, including all these sections all along here, guide coated, everything else. So this bit should look pretty good, as will this wing and all the blend into the bonnet all here. That'll all be done as well, hopefully, all being well anyway. And also this wing I'm hoping to, and I'm also going to be doing a cardboard cutout for what side are we on? This one. Cardboard cutout for that side, and then basically doing the same this side, so basically that one's going to mirror that side and then match it to suit. So I'll be doing that. That's the thing I'll be doing, but I've got a bit of time on it this time, so hopefully it should be fine. I'm also going to be working on this rear light still, what I've been doing before. So this shaping basically is going to be took out, so I'm going to be using the template from the other light again, same sort of thing, in there, and then basically flatten all that. I'm also going to be fitting the rear diffuser properly. It's not there at the minute, but the rear diffuser will be going on bolts done properly so that it's not going to come off. I'll also carry on flattening underneath this spoiler, sorry. So I'll do some more work on that and get in those corners. That'll probably be last on my list, so if I don't get around to that, then obviously, you know, it's one of them, we'll sort it out another time. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, I think. So the part two should be pretty good this time, and see how much we can get sorted. Okay, so part two. I've been very busy, to be fair. I've got quite a lot done on this now. You may see quite a few changes already, but I'll run you through what I've been up to and take you around the back in a second, show what I've been doing right now as well. I don't know if I put on the last video, I can't remember. I finished off this door. Finally, that's ready for mounting now. I can't do any more work on that at all now till it's mounted. So that'll be not done for a while. That'll be a few weeks. Well, to be honest, I'm going away next week, so there won't be a video at all next week. So some of you will say, yeah, thank Christ for that, but some will be disappointed, but there you go. Anyway, so what I've been working on is panel gaps and symmetry, that sort of thing basically. So the front splitter that I mentioned in part one, to be honest, I haven't actually mounted that at all, because I've got a few issues with that. I literally just got to get the bolts through properly and get that mounted in the right areas, but I've got to do some flattening underneath first, which I've just run out of time to do basically, so I can't do that yet. But I've put it there so you can see what it's going to look like, and it's pretty good, it's pretty decent. It just needs obviously raising up a little bit in the middle there, in this sort of area, bolted onto the middle section there, and then it'll be fine. So I've been doing a lot of work on this bumper, by the way, is basically flatted near enough all the way along the top there to 240. This vent here was out of shape. It was sort of, it went there and then it dipped down here, so that's all now been put right. The front lights, you'll notice the lenses are in now. This took quite a bit of time to do these, so basically what I've been up to, I've redone the shapes. This whole shape in these sections here is all done. That's all nicely curved. This section here I've had to curve slightly different shape and make all this whole area all new. And obviously, because I've done that one and obviously built that from scratch, then I've had to build the second one, which is obviously the hardest thing to do, because you've got to get the symmetry right. And I think it's pretty spot on, to be honest. That, yeah, that's pretty good. Same with the insides here. This is all in there and done. That gap there won't be there in the end, but obviously the light's not fully fitted yet, but it'll just to give you a rough idea. These sections here, so basically I started working on this one. I've done some flattening work on there, You can see I'm doing some more on there at the moment. I'm just doing that as we speak actually at the moment. Just wanted to do a video in the light so you could see. And then I've basically used a cardboard cutout, this, to get the symmetry. It's going to be difficult. I'm going to zoom out here a second. There we go. That basically gets the symmetry, so it's exactly the same shape as, it's difficult to hold here, but to be honest, but exactly the same shape as the other one. So it gives me a nice template to work with, so I can see exactly where I am. Obviously this one here, I'm just flattening here at the moment. I've had to dig a load of material out of here. I had to curve the shape round because it wasn't even curved until today. So that's come along quite nicely. Pretty good. The bonnet. So basically quite a lot of work has gone into the bonnet. You'll see from the photos I'm going to put up what's happened there. But basically these whole sections here, all around here, all up here, have all been, I had 2 skims of filler on there, guide coated, flatted back to get these panel gaps correct around here, or around this sort of section. I've had to modify these 2 vents here because this one was slightly bigger than that one, so I've reshaped these as well. They're looking pretty good now. And then we've had, there's a dip in this section here where the panel line met here. I've got a picture of it with the bonnet, well, bonnet section, whatever you want to call it, up, which I'll put on as part of this as well. This section needs a little bit more work up here, but to be honest, this is actually a lot better than it was before. It's not too bad at all. All this has been flatted back, all done there. Looking all right. In the corners, I've flatted all this as well, all these sections to 240. Getting a bit of a dust off as well so you can see what's going on. But yeah, that's the front. Coming along quite nicely, I think. We'll move to the back. Still haven't tied it up in here, I'm afraid. That was best angle here. Right, okay. So, what I've done, I've fitted the rear diffuser. That's on, that's bolted in properly, so you've got bolts underneath here. That's done properly. It fits all in there correctly. All the, I'll try and get this on camera. All the sections under here, ignore a black bit of paint, that's just overspray. All this section here, this was all, it had a gap there basically, because obviously this diffuser isn't really meant for this bumper properly. So there's a gap there, so I've got all that sorted, that side, and also that side as well. So the panel gaps are all nice. There's a clip come out here, but ignore that, don't worry about that. That's fine. I've flatted this bumper to 240 as well. This is all done now. There's a little bit of work to do, I think, this corner, but nothing too major. And still, I didn't quite finish the spoiler off. I've got the filler in there. On the other side, I don't think I did. No, didn't do that. But yeah, that's coming on nicely. I've got the rear light cutouts sorted. So I have got a plastic piece somewhere, I don't know where I've put it, which normally goes in here, some plastic lens which I need to replace anyway because it's covered in dust and muck and all sorts. But again, this is the symmetry side of things. To be honest, I've not done this section yet. I'll just put this in for now. You'll see on the other side in a minute where that's perfectly fine. But all this is been given the right sort of profile, at least ready for flattening to the 240 level later. Still got to shape it a little bit, so it's not quite there yet, but you can see where that's going to sit in relation to the vent and the exhaust and stuff. It's going to look pretty nice, to be honest, this one. The other side, as I was saying, is basically done. That one there, that's all flatted. There's a bit of the top section that isn't flatted actually, but I'll just put this in now for the video, to be fair. But you can see how much I've done here. So none of this was done before, literally none of this at all. Plus I've had to make, try and get zoomed out a bit, the symmetry there for the 2 lights. Let me move my finger out of the way. There we go. So you see the symmetry of the 2 lights and the full sort of look it's going to have. So yeah, not bad at all, that. Not bad at all. So yeah, there you go. Quite a long video, but I've done quite a lot of work, so I thought I may as well. But yeah, comment if you can. Tell me what you think this time. And subscribe if you can as well. And I'll crack on and do another video. I'll say not next week, but the week after.